Hi and welcome to the video that should not have been going up today but is. So the video that's meant to be going up today is a January ARCs reading vlog. I haven't read even a fraction of the amount of books that I wanted to get read for that vlog, but more importantly, I haven't finished one of the books that I'm now halfway through for it, and sure, I could finish it in time for upload time, but I wouldn't be able to also get the video edited and uploaded in time. So I've got a new plan. As my video upload time I've always picked is 6 p.m. and as one of my New Year's resolutions this year is to try and be consistent, I need to sort a video out by 6 p.m. tonight. And as a bonus, I'm going to have the reading vlog up for sometime tomorrow, hopefully. I'm not sure exactly when. I just need to spend about 3 more hours reading and then edit an entire video. So that should be doable for tomorrow. But yeah, I'm not feeling the greatest, so sorry I look a bit rough. I'm really not feeling well. But in my not feeling well, my brain's gone a bit loopy. And I've come up with a really scary idea. I thought for this video, I'd have a look at how many books. It's going to have to be approximately. It's just going to have to be because I own such a ridiculous amount of books, which is part of the problem. Have a look how many books, physical and digital, that I own that I haven't read, and with the complete goal of trying to work out whether you could read them in an average life. Yeah, that's how bad we're talking. And then if we do average it out to the fact that I'd read 100 books a year, even though I don't always, sometimes I read considerably less, but we'll average it out to 100 to make life easy. I then need to work out what age I would need to live to read all of my books, and try and work on this as a update throughout the year thing to try and make this an accessible age, because I'm scared what age is going to come up. I genuinely think it's going to be over 100. And when you consider that I'm going to be accumulating books the rest of my life, that means that a lot of these books are going to remain unread, possibly forever, which is a fact of life, I suppose. It's a well-known kind of idea that too many books, too little time. It's a thing, but still, not many people have too many books in their possession that they have paid for that they're not going to be able to read in their lifetime. And I don't want these books to have gone to a waste. I don't want my money to have gone to a waste. And while I like having the idea of having this massive home library, it's always been a little dream of mine, like Beauty and the Beast style, like when Belle gets shown all those books and she's like, wow, like that is me. And so yeah, while I've always wanted that, I do need to check myself a little bit. So I'm not sure how often I'm going to do updates to this yet, whether it be monthly or bi-monthly or a yearly. But yeah, I thought we'd go and have a little nosy now and have a quick count of the physical books and note that down, and then from there I can work on the rest while I sat here on the sofa feeling sorry for myself. And now I'm wondering too, now that I'm in my room looking at my shelves, what am I going to do about the fact that some of these are books that I desperately want to reread, but I have read them at least once in my life, so I guess they don't count, and I'm out of breath because I just ran up the stairs. But yeah, I have no idea what this number is going to come to. Shall we take a guess? Right. So, I mean, there's up there, and then it goes. So I'm going to say 300. I mean, I guess 300 unread physical books. I couldn't remember whether I'd read this book or not. And so I read the back, and now I can't remember what number I'd got up to. I should not be counting my books when I'm this unwell. I just keep messing it up over and over. Maybe I can't even get this book, this this isn't a book, it's a video. Maybe I can't even get this video up in time for 6 p.m. either at this rate. Like, what is wrong with me? Well, do you know, I just love being wrong when it works out for me. I've just been through and counted them all. 199. I've only got 199, I think. It did get a bit messy in places where they're double, triple stacked, and I wasn't sure of some of them. But I think 199. You know what? Because I am a little bit unsure of the numbers, I'm just going to bump it up to 200, a nice round 200, just in case I've missed one somewhere. So 200 unread physical books. That sounds manageable. Let's go and look at the digital side of things. So I'm back downstairs. I'm going to now count up audiobooks because that's going to be the easiest. So any audiobooks I own that I haven't yet listened to. Okay, that was a lot easier because the app has it set out on Audible into a started tab and a not started. So with the help of that, I'm at 155. Some of those will be rereads because, like, I've read these books in the past and I want to listen to the audiobooks, for example. So it's not a fair and accurate way of looking at it. But at the same time, if I don't do it that way, I'm going to run into real trouble, I think, because I think it'd probably count me days to genuinely count my digital books properly. So we're just going to have to start using these approximates so that we can get to some sort of idea here. So yes, we're already at 355 books on my TBR if we count my audiobooks. And this is just like books that I've got on Audible. If I was to count all the ones I've got my eye on Scribd, it'd be ridiculous. So I'm not putting them on because I don't own them. I've not paid for them. Sure, I've paid for a Scribd subscription, but that's a different thing altogether. Oh dear. So looking at how many books I own on Amazon just by cheating and going to my content and devices and checking on there how many books I own, it's a lot, but I'm jumping ahead. So NetGalley, I had got quite a few accumulated on there. By quite a few, I mean the current NetGalley total is 1,291 unread books. That makes it sound like I never read and review them. I do. I just can't read as fast as I want to. And finally, to top this off, as I said, the Kindle amount, it's 11,084. But this doesn't give me any sort of idea of which ones of these I've read. There will definitely be several duplicates on there, duplicating with audiobooks and also with physical books because I never know what I own. Probably also duplicating with NetGalley books. So what I'm going to do is minus 84, which isn't probably anywhere near enough for all the duplicates I probably have. Do I cheat and take off 1,084 though? Is that going to be too much? I guess one day, if I ever get caught up enough, I'll be able to know better and be able to make this a more accurate number. So for now, we're just looking for an approximate average is what I'm going for. So I'll just take off the 84. So I will go and do some quick maths and be right back. I wonder if there's a booktuber out there that has a bigger TBR, like owned TBR, than I do. Because I highly doubt it. So this has come out at 12,646 books. This, of course, does mean that if I work with the average of the fact that I'd read 100 books a year, which I don't always, but we'll have to just go with that. We will assume, therefore, that it would take me we'll round this down, 126 years. Now, if I bear in mind that I'm already 35, this means that I need to live to the ripe old age of 161 just to stand any chance at probably getting through most of my TBR. That's if I never get another new book ever again and manage to read 100 books a year. I'm in trouble. Just in massive trouble. I'm obviously not going to live to that age. I'm obviously not going to stop acquiring books. I wonder how quickly I can get this age down. I guess keep an eye out for future updates. Yeah, I'm not sure what shape these updates will take, whether I'll shove them into the occasional vlog. Maybe I could do a vlog that's specifically focusing on a specific aspect of my TBR and then update you the stats with it. That could work quite well. But yeah, my physical TBR, 200 books, cool. My audiobook TBR, 155. I could fly through that quite quickly. It's just I accumulate them and then use Scribd instead. And then when Scribd is not giving me any good audiobooks, I jump to my Audible audiobooks. Or at least I do in a normal world. I don't listen to audiobooks quite as much as I used to. But hopefully that's going to change this year. Hopefully. NetGalley, 1,291. That feels, it feels doable. It's the Kindle books. But like I said, there'll be some duplicates in there, a lot of duplicates in there. So maybe that will help get this number down to a more sensible number once I've properly been through those. But then it might take me a while to properly, genuinely go through that. So maybe at some point this year I can do a accurate numbers update and make sure I've got no crossovers across all the different ways and that I just read each book in some sort of way. But then also there's so many books that I want to reread, and I don't feel like I can't reread books just because it's going to take me to the age of 161 just to get through all my unread books. I don't know. Oh, it's a crazy life we live in. And actually, that's not even totally accurate, because some of the books that I own on Kindle are bind-ups. So it's just counting one book when actually Game of Thrones is several books. Percy Jackson is several books. They're just the ones on the top of my head that I know I've got as bind-ups. So, yeah. If you know of anyone with a bigger TBR than me and you want to help me feel a bit better about this, then let me know in the comments down below. If you're astounded at how this TBR doesn't stress me out, then it's quite easy and simple, really. I like knowing that I've got a good selection of books to pick from. Like I said earlier, I really like the idea of just having all these different stories at my fingertips like Belle had, and it's just not something that stresses me out, to be honest. What I do feel stressed out by, though, more than anything, is probably the NetGalley one, because I just seem to get further and further behind on that, and I feel like the more NetGalley books I deliberately focus on reading, the further behind I seem to get. I don't get it. I read a lot of NetGalley books. A lot. So this year, one thing I have made an effort to do is to stop requesting NetGalley books. Unless it's a book I am desperate to read by either an author that I know so much about, a favourite author, authors that in general I've heard a lot about and really want to try out, or whether it's just a book in a genre that I adore that just looks too good to miss. But generally speaking, I'm really avoiding requesting this year. I think I've only requested like 2, maybe 3 at most this month, which is almost nothing for me. And one of those has been accepted and approved that I can think of, that I'm definitely 150% going to be reading before April the 1st. That said, to read it before April the 1st, I want to reread 2 other books first. So, yeah, rereading. I hope I don't feel put off rereading. I mean, if we count rereading, you've got to assume that I'm going to need to live to about the age 200. So if you can guess what that book is, by the way, the April 1st book, then let me know in the comments down below and I'll let you know if you're correct. If you've got any ideas for fun ways to help me get this TBR down, because not buying books is unrealistic. I'm trying to cut down, don't get me wrong, but to not buy any or go on any sort of book buying ban, unrealistic. For me to DNF a bunch and cut it down that way, I suppose I could do a try these really weird cheap Kindle books thing and see what I think to them, but generally speaking, probably not going to work either. Yeah, I want to be able to read everything that I own and a lot more. I need to just be able to read quicker. I don't know. I'm going to stop waffling now and go edit this so that it goes up in time. Thank you so much for watching this video. As I said, tomorrow, hopefully, The vlog that was meant to go up today will be up, so that will have my January ARC reviews, and it'll be most of the books that are being published in January, and there's one February one as well, that I have read and reviewed from NetGalley. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe by clicking the image of me if you want to see more book reviews and other bookish content from me, and I will see you soon. Bye bye!